So Galata Wind is a renewable energy company, and we're quite new to the stock market. We got public in 2021, and ESG, even though we're a renewable company, has been not done the way we know it. So no transparency in the sense, no reporting in the sense. We started looking into where our priorities are and try to implement them actually within the business strategy. This means, we have ISO certifications, we have all the necessary things that we do for the environmental aspect, but we didn't have anything in place for the social or the governance side. So the implementation on the business strategy side also brought us into bringing more information out from the company that we do for the S and the G aspects of things. Well, as a renewable energy company, we already have the E in place, so we get questioned on the S aspects as well as on the G aspects, and that's what we try to prioritize. There's a lot of international, national, and local standards that you have to abide by, and bringing out the sustainability report actually makes us realize that there is 4, even 5 standards that we have to provide information on, and indexing these on the sustainability report shows us that sustainability rating companies look more for that information, whereas investors actually look for the information behind it or how we got there. One of the important factors here is because ESG is not as measurable as we know it yet, the hard part is about measuring it. And setting the targets or giving the information on how improvements have been done can stay sometimes just qualitative and not quantitative. Working with a good consultancy company helps you realize the steps that you actually have to take. So I believe choosing a good consultancy company here is a major item. Another thing is, in our case, GRI is a regular standard that we already use, but SASB has a special standard that they use on wind providers, wind energy providers, renewable energy generators, and that's another thing that we started implementing because we're a part of that industry. We decided to take those standards and implement them as well. So we are starting, it's actually quite easy because you're starting from ground zero and you can implement everything from that point on. You're already doing a lot of things probably. The only thing that we're not doing, and that's a lot of the companies that don't realize it, is they don't do the reporting, they don't do the data tracking, they don't do it in comparison. And that's something that we have to try from the beginning. Put out data, start tracking them, and report on them. And then at some point, obviously, you have to do the audit on them as well, that you're doing or that you're using the proper methodology for it. And I think that's key. When you have those set, all you have to do is just move forward from that point on. Truthfully, it would be a nice thing to have one standard that fits all, and then IROs don't have to work as much, because on the one side you have all these standards, all these principles of international, national, whatever is out there that you have to go by. Then you have the rating companies, which have extra requirements, and then you have institutional investors who have their own requirements for their own funds. So there's a lot of information out there that you have to provide, which is okay, which is a good thing. Sometimes it's even overlapping. But when you do have a standard in place that fits globally, and it's okay with everyone to just take that standard, then it's much easier on us as well. And it's comparable. That way you can look at this company and look at that company and say, okay, we'll see where they're similar, alike, or why I would prefer that company over the other. obviously it makes my life as an IRO much easier. And I do hope that it's not an extra or more work on us, but rather something that makes it easier on us.